Okay, let's take a look at some of these photographs. They were taken March the 17th, which of course is late winter, just about springtime. Taken in the afternoon. We started the session about 10 minutes after 5, and we ended about 20 after 6. And I generally like shooting in the morning, and if not then, of course, late afternoon, early evening. Depends on the time of the year. But many times you pretty much have to take what you can get when your subject that you're photographing is available. And just to talk a little bit more about the lighting here, the first thing that I look for when I get to a location is the lighting. And here it just worked out really well. This is pretty close to where we live. It's actually in our development, and there's an old pond here, and it looks very rustic. There's really no signs of civilizations that I included in the photograph. So it's pretty natural looking. And it still looks like it was in the winter time because there isn't too much green grass yet. And believe it or not, it was really hot that day here in North Carolina. But getting back to the lighting here, you can see that it's coming in from the back. And I really like this kind of lighting because what you see here, the lighting is acting as a kicker or as a rim light. And it just seemed to give more dimension to the photograph. So I got pretty much what I was looking for. And I wasn't too concerned about the background because I can throw it out of focus. Some of the scenes had some branches in the way, but on the close-ups I could really throw it out of focus, so it didn't matter too much. But it still had that old rustic charm, which is exactly where Davy Crockett would hang out. So, but anyway, as you can see here from the light, now sometimes if the lighting is too harsh, the faces turn out a little bit dark and the lighting maybe gets too bright. So you want to bring in a reflector, especially to lighten up the eyes. So that's what we did here. And basically, we shot the session at about ISO 400 for just about all the images. And I set the camera for aperture priority. And I did shoot these in JPEG, by the way, not RAW. I do quite a bit of shooting in JPEG. Even the weddings are shot in JPEG. And really, if the exposure is right on and you have no problems with your camera setting, your auto white balance works well, you get some really great color. That's one thing I noticed about the D7000. You get some really beautiful color right out of the camera and using auto white balance. Okay, so let's take a look at the close-up. And this particular portrait here, it was about a half length, so I zoomed in all the way on a 200mm lens. The zoom was set to 200. It was at an 800th of a second at 3.2. Most of these were shot at 3.2 actually. I checked all the settings. And this photo here was one of the last ones that we took, and the lighting's coming in even lower. It's getting later in the day. Just beautiful, beautiful highlights in the straw. And of course you can see it on his coat and the back of his coonskin cap. It's just giving nice dimension. And of course we're using a reflector on all these images. And this particular one, we shot this one all the way open at f2.8, making sure that the focus is on him. Beautiful color coming right out of the camera. ISO was again 400, and we had the zoom set to 170mm. And that's it. Well, I hope this helped you. I gave you as much technical information I think that's probably necessary. One thing I'm not sure if I mentioned, but these were actually all taken in aperture priority. And the D7000, it's so accurate. I used to shoot manual on just about everything and meter, but now the cameras are getting even better. I like shooting on the wide open side so I can knock a lot of the background out of focus, especially on this particular photo shoot. So thank you for watching.